morning, everyone. So, like I said the last time, let's have a couple of things left in this chapter now. Okay, so one of the things is about what happens when sound reflects and you hear an echo and there is Doppler effect with the echo, right? So, in this regard, let's solve the example from the book. Okay, then I will give you a short. Okay. So, go to the example number 7, 15.7. Example 15.7. Okay. So, it is given that a rocket is moving at a speed. Okay, this is a rocket. It is moving towards a stationary target. Let's say this is the target. Okay, at a speed of 200 meters per second. This is moving at a speed 200 meters per second. Okay, while moving, it emits a wave of frequency 100 Hz. So the rocket is emitting a wave. Right? Rocket is emitting a wave. Right? So how much is the frequency of that source? That is the rocket. It is 1000 Hz. Okay. 1000 Hz. Alright? Okay. And the rocket is the source. So Vs is 200 meter per second. And if you write it in vector form, right side let's call it positive, left side let's call it negative. Right? So, some of the sound reaching the target, so this is obviously sound because a wave in air is sound, right? So, this sound wave reaches the target, okay, and is reflected back to rocket as an echo. So, sound hits here and then goes back. Did you understand? The sound hits the target and goes back. Clear or not clear? Echo, right? That is what echo is, reflection of sound. Okay or not okay, everyone? Sound will hit the target and go back. Clear or not clear? Right, fine. So, what are we to do here? Calculate frequency of sound as detected by target. So, first thing is, forget about echo right now. Just think that when this sound reaches the target, what will be the frequency detected by the target? So this is typical Doppler effect question, isn't it? Nothing extraordinary about it. What is observer? Observer is target. What is target's velocity? Is 0 because it is at rest. Okay, and speed of sound given in the question? No, we will take 330 meters per second. It is not given in the question, that's a slight mistake. It should be mentioned. Right? Generally, if it's not given, you will take 330 safely. So now, if you are going to calculate F apparent using Doppler effect formula, right? So this is the formula. Let's put the values. So V vector, velocity of sound. Sound is going from left to right. Plus 330 minus observer velocity is 0 divided by again 330 minus velocity of source is moving in which direction? Obviously the rocket is going towards the target, right? So plus 200. Clear? Okay, so if you just divide this 330 by 130 into 100, whatever answer you get. Okay, first part clear or not clear, everyone? First part is clear. Okay. Now, let's go to the second part, which is about reflection. So calculate the frequency of echo as detected by a target or by the rocket. Calculate the frequency of echo as detected by the rocket. See again, like I said, this sound will hit the target and it will get reflected back. Clear? This sound will hit the target and it will get reflected back. So what really happens is that the sound reaches the atoms or molecules of the target and then they emit another wave which becomes reflected wave. Again, incident wave reaches the atoms of the target, so they will oscillate. Then those atoms and molecules of the target will emit back the wave. So this is the reflected wave. Clear? Clear or not clear? Okay. So this reflected wave will actually have the same frequency as the incident wave. All right. Reflected wave will have the same frequency as incident wave, right? Why so? Because the incident wave comes to the target atoms, the atoms oscillate again with the same frequency as wave, and then when the atoms oscillate, they also emit a new wave which will again have the same frequency, right? Because frequency depends on the source, so it's same throughout. That's why we can say that whatever frequency it receives or whatever frequency is incident, the same frequency is reflected back. Clear or not clear? Whatever frequency it receives, the same frequency is reflected back. Only one of you got that? Really? What's the problem, others? Video is blurred, is it? Okay, some of you are saying it's clear, some of you are saying it's lagging. It's proper. Okay, who can see the video clearly? Only those people raise your hand. Others, please put your hand down. Who can see the video clearly? Please raise your hand. Okay, very good. So Deva's problem is on your side, Vishwa is on your side. Okay, thank you everyone for your cooperation. Put your hands up. Okay, so I said that incident wave comes in, it hits the target, goes back as reflected wave. That's why whatever is the frequency of incident wave, the same will be the frequency of reflected wave. Did you understand this equation? Okay. Now, what's the frequency of incident wave? Is it 1000? Is the frequency of incident wave 1000? Yes or no? Is the frequency of incident wave 1000? Yes or no? Well, no. No is the correct answer. This is not 1000. This is not 1000. I'll tell you why. Because of Doppler effect. You see, the source did emit 1000 Hz. There is no doubt about that, right? There is no doubt about this. But when that same wave reaches the target, because the source was moving due to Doppler effect, the frequency becomes this. Did you understand why it's not 1000? Did you understand why it's not 1000? Everyone? Clear or not clear? So when the target receives that, when the target has that wave falling on it, right? It's not 1000. In other words, actually FIW is same as this. Okay? 330 upon 130 into 1000 Hz. So the reflected wave also has the same frequency, right? So the reflected wave also has the same frequency. Which last point are you talking about? This is what I said, right? The wave comes in, it hits the target, goes back. So the frequency doesn't change at all, right? So whatever is the incident wave's frequency, same is the reflected wave's frequency, right? You can take so many examples. If you have some basic understanding of how sound works or how light works, think about it. I am speaking something. Do you realize that even after reflection, my voice will still be my voice? Correct? It will not have a different frequency. It's not like if you whistle. Okay, after reflection, the voice becomes similar to that of a buffalo. You get what I'm saying? After reflection, the frequency cannot change. Is that clear? When reflection occurs, frequency remains the same, right? Okay, so that's why we have this. Now, let's see where is this reflected wave going. Where is this reflected wave going? This reflected wave will now go to the rocket. Clear? So who is the source and who is the observer now? In this case, who is the source and who is the observer? For the reflected wave, who is the source and who is the observer? Come on. Everyone. Who is the source and who is the observer? Rocket is observer. Very good. And who is the source? Target is the source. Very good. Target is the source. So let's draw new diagram. Okay, I know you can do it just like that, the previous also. Okay, but here I am drawing it. So this is the sound wave now going from target to rocket. Alright. Right side positive, left side negative. Let's put values carefully. First of all, VO. VO for observer. Observer means rocket. Okay? Rocket is observer, target is source. So VO. What is VO vector now? This is 200 meter per second right side. Clear or not clear? Source 0 velocity. Now sound. What about sound? You tell me, come on. What about sound? You tell me. You tell me about sound. What should I write for sound velocity? What should I write for sound velocity? Very good, Raj. Very good, Devers. Well done, both of you. What should I write for sound velocity? Come on, public, answer. Yes, Amrita, correct answer. Minus 330 meter per second. Clear? Why minus 330? Sound will travel from source to observer. Clear? That's the sound we are talking about. Understood? So minus 330. Fine. Let's 200 will be minus. Rocket is traveling in which direction? Rocket is traveling in which direction, Mahavir? Left side or right side? Okay. So finally, F apparent again, but this time, it's to separate it from this one. I'm just writing F dash. To separate it from this one, I'm writing F dash. So what do we get here? Let's use the formula V minus VO upon V minus Vs. Is this clear or not clear? Look at all the values that we have put. Rocket is stationary. Mahavir, good job. Read the question again. Is this clear? V vector minus 330. minus VO, observer rocket, VO 200 meter per second, upon V vector minus Vx, source target stationary, into what was the frequency of the wave that was reflected? It was this. Correct or not? Okay, 330 upon 130 into 1000. So now you can, simplify all this. So this will be minus 530 upon minus 330 into 330 upon 130 into 1000. So you can, cancel this with this, minus removed, and do the rest on your own. So do you realize that in this particular question of echo, we have to do it in 2 steps? Do you understand the 2 steps? First, sound will go from rocket to target. Then it will get reflected. So we'll have to use Doppler effect formula 2 times. Clear? Understood everything? Okay. Now, I'll just talk about the shortcut. What is answer? You multiply and divide, get the answer. Come on, Krisha. You multiply and divide and get the answer. Don't expect me to multiply and divide for you. You can take the answer with the book answer, alright? Don't worry about that. Fine. Now, what's the shortcut? If you don't want to do all these, there is a very smart way to do it. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it is easy. You'll have to do a little bit of imagination. I'm sure you have seen a plane mirror at least once in your life. Okay? If you are standing in front of plane mirror, what happens is your body throws light, reflects light that you get from elsewhere, right? Okay, let's say from this tube light. So then that light hits the mirror and it comes back to your eye. Okay? That light hits the mirror and it comes back to your eye. So what you are really seeing is you see your own image over here. Yes or no? You see your own image over here. Yes or no? Okay? Is this fine? So like I said, Krisha, you can always check the answer with the book's answer. Alright? Don't worry about that. If it doesn't match, then you tell me. We'll do something about it. Yeah. So now what happens in this situation is light was going out from your body. Okay, hits the mirror, comes back. So who's the source and who's the observer? You yourself, right? You yourself are the source and you are the observer. All right, you understand what I'm saying? You yourself are the source and you are the observer. Clear? So we can use a similar idea for sound also. We can use a similar idea for sound. Okay, let's see how. Basically, it's that, in a plane mirror, if you move 1 meter per second this way, your image will come towards the mirror at 1 meter per second. Is this clear or not clear? Is this clear or not clear? 1 meter per second, 1 meter per second, both ways, clear or not clear? You can try this at your home, in your mirror. Take 1 step forward. Your image will also take 1 step forward. Okay. So, what this means is, if we replace all this kind of with sound, let's say. This is target. This is rocket. Okay, which is like source, you could say. Okay, what happens is it emits sound. Here there is some reflecting thing which is actually the target. Okay, but like I said, we will simply consider it to be like a mirror, and we will say that rocket's image is here. This is image of rocket. Did you understand? This is image of rocket, right? So the image of rocket becomes observer. Okay, when the same thing is supposed to observe. See, rocket sent waves, It's the target comes back to rocket. So rocket is the source and rocket is the observer ultimately. Did you understand? Rocket is the source and rocket is the observer ultimately. Right? So this thing we can use it like this, that we make one rocket as source and we make image of that rocket as observer. So if the rocket is moving at speed 200 meter per second right side, this will move at a speed 200 meter per second left side. Clear or not clear? Clear or not clear? Okay or not okay? Just like in plane mirror, right? Okay, now let's write down all details as usual. Right side positive, left side negative. Sound will go from source to observer. Correct or not? Sound will go from source to observer. And now we ignore this because our purpose has been served. The effect that the target gives has already been created. I repeat. The effect that the target gives of forming an image has already been done. So now we don't worry about target or anything. Okay, just this and just that. Let's start. So, f of source. What is f of source? It is 1000. Okay, 1000 hertz. And then v of sound. Sound is going from left to right, isn't it? From source to observer. So plus 330. Okay, what about speed of source? This is source. Source going right side. So plus 200. Clear? And what about observer? What about observer? That's the observer coming towards left side. Observer is coming towards left side. So negative. Clear? These values are clear, everyone? Yes or no? Are the values clear? Okay, so now let's do this. Let's put everything in the values, in the formula. Let's see what we get. So, finally, f apparent should be equal to, first of all, v vector minus vo vector upon v vector minus vs vector into f of source. Let's put values. What is v vector? 330 minus, what is observer speed? Observer velocity minus 200 upon v vector 330 minus source 200. Okay, into what is f of source? 1000. Check. Is this the same answer? Check. Yes or no. Is this the same answer? अरे रेशियो જોઈને ખબર પડી જશે ને સેમ રેશિયો આવ્યો કે નહીં. Is this the same answer? Yes or no? નો આવ્યો તો કહેજો મને, મારી મેથડ ખોટી હોય તો. Only Raj got it. Others, come on. What happened? તમે લોકો જલ્દી બહુ આળસ કરો છો રિસ્પોન્સ આપવામાં. કે નાસ્તો કરવા ગયા હતા, નાસ્તો કરવા ન દેતા રહેતા અડધેથી. Okay, so you can see this is shorter. This is definitely shorter. All right. So in questions of echo and Doppler effect like this, you can use this idea. Right. This is your short. That consider that reflecting thing to be like a mirror, make source and its image. Original object, you can make it source. The reflected thing, the image, you can make it as the observer. All right, and then just do the Doppler. You get it. In this, yes, we took minus 200 because observer is moving towards left side. This is observer. Observer is moving towards left side. Okay. Fine. So that's it for this particular thing. Alright. Now, so remember this shortcut. Okay. Next thing. Now, this is something typically useful for JEE only. Right? 2D. Doppler effect in 2D. 2D. But that does not mean biology students will run away. Okay, because after we complete this, I am going to give you advice and instruction on what to do for the next physics lecture, because we are going to start with 12 immediately. Alright? Okay. Devers is asking, in all cases this method is valid. What do you mean by all cases, Devers? What do you mean by all cases? Doppler effect and reflection, this method is valid. Okay, in case of Doppler effect and reflection, this method is valid. Right? Okay, fine. Now, so what about Doppler effect in 2D? Okay, like I have mentioned earlier, there is nothing extraordinary, just that you have to take components. Same formula. Okay, let's write the formula. What's the formula? F apparent equal to V vector minus PO vector upon V vector minus PS vector. Okay, into F of source. You might say, sir, this is same. I know it is same. Only one minor change to be made here and here. Right? Parallel, parallel. Okay? I'm making this symbol. Parallel, parallel. Okay? What does that mean? It means VO parallel means component of observer velocity. Component of observer velocity in direction parallel to sound velocity. Component of observer velocity in direction parallel to sound velocity. No, Mavi, you don't have to worry about 2D in NEET, because to be very frank, in all these years I have never seen a single question of 2D Doppler effect asked in NEET. Right? Okay, sometimes it used to be there in AIMS earlier, but now the AIMS exam is no longer valid, right? Okay, but yes, still it will be an interesting concept for you to learn. So be curious and pay attention, right? It's not tough. Whatever I had to explain, it's there. Okay, I'm not writing this again. Same thing. Instead of observer, make source. Understood, everybody? Everyone, is this clear or not clear? Okay, let's solve a question like this. Okay, let's solve a question like this. Suppose a source is stationary here, okay, and is emitting sound of frequency, let's say 500 hertz. Okay, source is stationary and emitting sound of frequency 500 hertz. And observer is moving on this straight line. Observer is moving on this straight line. Did you understand how observer is moving? Did you understand or not? This is the perpendicular drawn from that source. Okay, so here are some things given to us. When observer reaches P, what is the frequency of sound heard by it? Okay, given that observer speed, okay, given that observer speed is, let's say, 50 meter per second, and sound speed, okay, usual symbols that we are using, I am not writing words. sound speed is suppose 300 meter per second. Alright, and this source is at rest. Clear? Everything is clear to you or not? First thing to do is make sure the question is clear. Right? First thing to do is make sure the question is clear. Again, what is the observer doing? Starts moving from here like this. When the observer reaches P, when the observer reaches this point, at that time, what will be the frequency of the sound that the observer gets? Means we have to find apparent frequency. Okay? Right? We have to find apparent frequency. Now let's solve this. So use this formula. Okay, I hope everyone has noted down the formula. Right? What we have to do is we have to take components. What we have to do is we take components. So when the observer is here, I'll draw a little diagram once again. P is here, source is here, right? So do you realize that the sound that observer listens will come in this direction, SP? The sound that the observer listens to will come in SP direction, yes or no? Sound that the observer listens to will come in SP direction, yes or no? So now I take components, have a look. Observer velocity is in this direction. Okay, observer velocity is in this direction. Okay, here is 4, here is 3, and this is that direction of sound velocity. So component of VO will be in this direction. Clear? This is VO parallel. VO parallel to sound's direction. Yes or no? Is this clear? VO parallel to sound direction. That's it. We need only that. We don't need the perpendicular one. We only need the parallel one. Okay. So, do you realize that if this is 3, this is 4, obviously this angle theta will be 53 degree. Clear or not clear? Theta will be 53 degree. That's why VO parallel will be equal to how much? V0 cos. Okay, it will be equal to V0 cos 53 degree. Clear? So that is how much? 50 into 3 by 5. That is 30 meter per second. Understood? Understood or not? Okay. Now, this is done. Let's put everything in the formula. So, which side do we take positive? Listen to this carefully. Listen to this carefully. We will not take right side positive. Because sound is traveling in this direction, it is easier to take this as positive and this as negative. Understood? So, SP direction is positive. SP direction is positive. Right? So, F apparent is equal to V vector. How much is velocity of sound? SP direction plus 300. Okay. Minus. What is velocity of observer? 30. Only 30. I know. Actually this is 50. But we have to take its components. So only plus 30 this way. Divided by velocity of sound once again 300 minus velocity of source 0 because source is stationary into what frequency of source? 500. Method clear? Clear or not clear? So that's how you do it, right? That is how you do it. Even if it is 2D, you just have to take components, right? right? Like we have been doing earlier, right? And just take the parallel component. Again, which parallel component? You could say that this is in the direction joining source and observer. Observer was here, don't forget. Observer was here. So this is in the direction joining source and observer. You can also write that. Understood? If source and observer both are moving, you have to use similar formula. Okay, the formula works for all the cases. Alright? Formula works for all the cases. But if source is also moving, it will be a little bit more complicated. Formula still works. But because if source is moving, the sound that reaches here, will not have been emitted by the source from this point. It's possible that earlier source was here and there it emitted the sound and sound reached here and now the observer moved. Did you understand? Okay, so it's a little bit more complicated, but yes, the same formula works. You just have to think in past, where was the source? Okay, you have to think about it in past, where was the source when the sound was emitted? Alright, if you come across that kind of question, you can definitely try it. If you have some trouble, you can check with me. Alright? Okay? Fine. So, that's it for this particular topic of 2D Doppler effect. Right? Now, don't worry, I will send it to you personally. Alright? If anyone is interested about Doppler effect case of source and observer both moving, okay, you send me a message, I will send you an example. Okay, now intensity and loudness. This is not a JEE topic, mind you. You can get questions for this from NEET also. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Now, you know loudness of sound. Obviously, you understand what is loudness, correct? Okay, loudness is something that depends on a physical property called intensity. What is meaning of intensity? Let me just go through it quickly. Everyone needs to pay attention. Intensity means energy transferred per unit area per unit time. Basically, in formula, it would be like this. Did you understand? Energy transferred per unit area per unit time. I repeat what I have said about intensity. It's the energy transferred per unit area per unit time. So whenever you know some sound is loud, okay, or when a speaker is producing a loud sound, what it is doing, it is throwing more energy in unit time. You understand what I am saying? It is throwing more energy in unit time. And when that energy falls on your ear, the eardrum vibrates more. So that's why more intensity means more loudness. Did you understand the relation between them? More intensity means more loudness. Yes or no? Okay, now what have I done here? Energy per time can be written as power. Clear? Energy transferred per time can be written as power if everything is constant, which generally is. So E by T I have written as P for power. Alright, power per unit area. Power per unit area. Now you see, loudness is not just a perception. We understand that sound is loud, we understand that sound is not loud. But loudness has a proper formula and unit also. Right? I'm sure you would have heard people talking about decibels. Have you heard people talking about decibels? Have you heard people talking about decibels? That this sound is this many decibels? Yes or no? Right. So that is about loudness. So what is the definition of loudness? Right? The definition of loudness is, instead of saying it in words, I just put it as a formula. Loudness L is given by 10 times log to the base 10 of intensity of sound divided by a reference intensity, which is called I0, divided by a reference intensity, and the unit for this loudness will be in decibel. Okay, loudness is always defined by this thing, and generally I0 is taken as 10 raised to minus 12 watt per meter square. Right? These are references. Remember, you can not have an exact reason why we took 10 raised to minus 12 only. Alright? Okay, this is typically the minimum intensity that humans can hear easily. Right? So that's why this is taken as kind of reference. So again, loudness is given by this formula. Right? Okay, in decibel. So suppose if we say that some sound has intensity, let's say 10 raised to minus 6 watt per meter square. Why is the unit watt per meter square? I hope you are seeing that here. Power watt, intensity, area meter square. So intensity is watt per meter square. So suppose some sound has intensity this, then how much is its loudness? If you want to find it, very simple maths. Okay, very simple maths. You just have to put the formula, nothing else to be done. Nothing else. So, what do we get? L is equal to 10 times log to the base 10 of this division. What's the division? I upon I0. How much intensity is given? 10 raised to minus 6. Upon I0 is 10 raised to minus 12. Again, this is something that you have to memorize. This is something that you have to memorize. Okay, so loudness formula along with the reference. So let's just put it that way. So 10 times log to the base 10 of 10 raised to 6. By doing simple calculation of power, right? 10 raised to minus 6 plus 12. I'm sure all of you know that log of 10 raised to 6 will be 6. Clear? The log of this is 6. Why so? 6 is multiplied here and then log 10 base 10 is 1. So into 6. So we say that this will be 60 decibel. Did you understand? We say that this will be 60 decibel. Method clear? Krisha, what was not clear? Okay, fine. Nothing was clear or everything is clear? Alright. Okay, so that's it about this chapter. Alright. Now, what was I going to tell you?